Good morning, students. Yesterday we studied about sources of history. They are classified as material sources, written sources, and oral sources. Today we are going to study chapter number 2, India before the times of Shivaji Maharaj. There are different dynasties in Maharashtra before Shivaji Maharaj. Pal dynasty in Bengal, Gopal was the ruler. Rajput dynasty, Gurjar and Pratihar, central India. Gadwal and Parmar, North India. Chauhan dynasty, North India. Prithviraj Chauhan was the ruler of Chauhan dynasty. Chola dynasty in Tamil Nadu, Rajaraj I and Rajendra I were the ruler of Chola dynasty. Hoysal dynasty in Karnataka, Vishnuvardhan was the ruler of Hoysal dynasty. Rashtrakuta dynasty in Maharashtra, Govinda III and Krishna III were the ruler of this dynasty. Shilahar dynasty, it was in western Maharashtra. Yadava dynasty in Maharashtra, Bhillam V was the ruler of Yadava dynasty. Invention from the northwest. Local dynasties like Yadavas and Rashtrakutas rule in Maharashtra, but the invaders from northwest conquered the local dynasties. In the meanwhile, the Arab power had emerged in the Middle East. Arab general Muhammad bin Qasim conquered Sindh province in 8th century, overcoming the resistance of King Dahir. The Turks started establishing their power in the 11th century CE. Sultan Muhammad of Ghazni attacked India many times. He looted the rich temples of Mathura, Vrindavan, Kanuj and Somnath. Sultan Muhammad Ghuri attacked India from 1175 CE to 1178 CE. He appointed Qutbuddin Aibak to govern the conquered territory in India. Ibrahim Lodi was the last Sultan. Ibrahim Lodi was defeated by Babur in first battle of Panipat. Qutbuddin Aibak, Iltutmish, Razia, Balban, Alauddin Khalji, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, Firoz Tughlaq and Ibrahim Lodi were the Sultans of Delhi. The Kingdom of Vijayanagar. Taking advantage of revolts against the Tughlaq Empire, Harihar and Bukka founded the Kingdom of Vijayanagar in 1336 CE. Hampi was the capital of this kingdom. Harihar was succeeded by Bukka. He spread his kingdom up to Rameshwar. Krishna Dev Rai. Krishna Dev Rai ascended the throne in 1509 CE. He conquered Vijayawada and Rajmahendri. He defeated combined armies of sultans under Bahmani Sultan Muhammad Shah. He was a scholar. He wrote Amukta Mulyada, the treatise of polity in Telugu language. The Hazar Ram temple and Vitthal temple were built during his reign. Ramrai was the last ruler of Vijayanagar. He was defeated in 1565 CE in the Battle of Talikat by Bahmani rulers. Bahmani kingdom. Hasan Gangu, a Sardar in the defenses of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, founded the Bahmani kingdom in 1347 CE. Gulbarga in Karnataka was the capital of Bahmani kingdom. Muhammad Gaman was the chief wazir and strengthened the Bahmani kingdom. He introduced many reforms, brought discipline in army and opened madrasa. Imad Shahi of Warad, Barid Shahi of Bidar, Adil Shahi of Bijapur, Nizam Shahi of Ahmednagar and Qutub Shahi of Golconda were the small kingdoms emerged after the death of Muhammad Gawan. The Mughal power was founded in India by Babur in 1526 CE by defeating Ibrahim Lodi in the first battle of Panipat. Babur was the king of Fargana in Uzbekistan, Central Asia. He defeated Rana Sangh of Mewar at Kanua. After the death of Babur in 1530 CE, Humayun ascended the throne. He was defeated by Sher Shah. Sher Shah established the Safi dynasty on the Sur dynasty on the throne of Delhi. After the death of Humayun in 1556 CE, Akbar ascended the throne. He was the most powerful Mughal ruler and had ambition of bringing the whole India under his control. He had to struggle against Maharana Pratap, Chand Bibi and Rani Durgavati. The Mughal power. Maharana Pratap became the ruler of Mewar after the death of Uday Singh. He opposed Akbar's imperialistic policies and put struggle with him till the end. He is known for his qualities like valor, courage, self-respect and sacrifice. Chand Bibi, the daughter of Hussain Nizam Shah of Ahmednagar, bravely defended the fort of Ahmednagar from the Mughals in 1595 CE. Rani Durgavati, born in Chandel Rajput dynasty, became queen of Gondwana after marriage. She led her life while fighting her war with Akbar but did not surrender. Aurangzeb. Jahangir succeeded Akbar as the Mughal emperor in 1605 CE. Jahangir's wife played an active role in administration. Shah Jahan succeeded by Jahangir in 1628 CE and ruled India till his death in 1958 CE. Aurangzeb was the last noteworthy Mughal emperor who ruled India from 1658 CE to 1707 CE. Aurangzeb expanded the Mughal empires, but the Mughal empire became weak after his death. Conflict with the Ahoms. People of Shan community who settled down in the valley of river Brahmaputra were known as Ahoms. The Ahom under the leadership of Gadadhar Singh and Commander Lachit Borpukhan gave intense fight to the Mughals. Due to the guerrilla technique of Ahoms, the Mughals could not create a strong base in Assam. Conflict with Sikhs. The ninth Guru of Sikhs, Guru Tegh Bahadur, protested against the policy of religious intolerance of Aurangzeb. He was imprisoned and beheaded in 1675 CE. Guru Gobind Singh organized the Sikh youth into Khalsa Dal to fight with Aurangzeb. Guru Gobind Singh came to the Deccan in 1708 CE. There was an attempt on his life when he was at Nanded. Soon after, the Guru succumbed in his wounds. Conflicts with the Rajputs. Akbar had secured and cooperation of Rajputs, but Aurangzeb could not obtain cooperation of Rajputs. After the death of Rana Jaswant Singh of Marwar, his minor son Ajit Singh became king of Marwar. Durgadas Rathod fought hard against the Mughal for survival of Marwar. Conflicts with the Marathas. Swaraj was established under the leadership of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in Maharashtra. Shivaji Maharaj had to fight Mughals along with other enemies. Aurangzeb came down to the Deccan after the death of Shivaji Maharaj with the intention of conquering whole South India, but Marathas fought bravely with Aurangzeb and resisted him.